Comprehending deafness. Deafness is more than just a lack of hearing. It serves as the foundation for a more comprehensive understanding of how any young person interacts with their surrounding. Hearing in each child is unique. To enable the children to learn meaningfully, it is imperative for educators to understand this spectrum. The impact of hearing loss. For the deaf child, a friend's voice or classroom instruction may be sounds of daily life that are out of reach. So, without proper support, the learning will be impacted. For education to be effective, it should make accessible both auditorily or socially. The main idea behind Through the Deaf Eyes. In the video Through the Eyes of the Deaf Children, children use gestures, pictures, and emotion. There's not a silent world, it is the world of meaning expressed in many forms. We ought to remember to appreciate those alternate conduction passed into experience. Seeing strength. These children are not limited. They are observant, expressive, and full of potential. When children with hearing impairment supported, they thrive in their unique ways very well. Communication options. Communication for deaf child is not a standardized process. Rather, it is very individualized and personalized. Some may use only sign language, some may use speech, and some may use both. Understanding their preferred way of learning is very much important. Flexible communication. Keep communication open ended, whether it be through science or technology. It doesn't matter as long as the child understands. The communication must also be flexible for the child. Educator must become flexible in responding children's communication needs. Empowering expression. Children with AAC are able to ask questions, tell stories, share their emotions, and communicate with others. The child's sense of accomplishment would rise if the way of communication was successful. This draws heavily on the foundation of self esteem. Flexible communication. Keep the communication flexible, whether science or technology. Communication should be flexible, keeping the idea in our mind. It's easy for children to understand. Educators should adapt according to the situation. Significance of inclusion key. Inclusion is about giving kids a sense of belonging, not just about giving them access. Genuine inclusion takes emotions and relationship into account. At that point, real learning takes place. Sibling support. Siblings bridge communication gaps by understanding and holding conversation in very different ways. They lessen the loneliness experienced by the deaf kids. This assistance serves as an example of inclusive peer connection. Peer inclusion. Signing, utilizing images, or being polite and patient are ways that peer can learn to include. One can learn to be inclusive, but encouragement and modeling are the first step that should be taken. Belonging in the classroom. All children, hearing or deaf, feel safe and capable in inclusive classes. All form of communications are respected there. At that point, the confidence of the children increases. Visual technique. Deaf youngster can successfully traverse their day with visual schedules and routines. They enhance independence and lessen worry. Everyday instruction should incorporate visual aids. Clear direction. Learning is more likely to stick when instruction is repeated and clear. Seeing and experiencing language is beneficial for deaf youngsters. This enhances their comprehension and reading skills. Teamwork is education. Collaborating with others foster communication skills in addition to academic knowledge. With the proper assistance, deaf kids can succeed in group projects. Everyone gains from teamwork. Adaptive teaching. Excellent teachers are flexible. They adapt their teaching methods to each child's unique learning style. The, con- the cornerstone of inclusive education is the flexibility. Professional assistance. When recognizing and assisting deaf youngsters, SLPs and audiologists are essential partners. They offer techniques to address hearing, language, and speech problems. Early cooperation is very important. Influence of early intervention. Children can develop solid language foundation when intervention begins early. Early support is essential, whether in spoken language or ESL. Families ought to receive assistance right away. Family cooperation. Experts also provide families with resources, motivation, and clarity. Teacher ought to put families in touch with these resources. Everyone is a member of the support system. Communities' collaboration to succeed is much important. Children genuinely flourish when educators, families, and professionals collaborate. Collaboration fosters achievement and trust. Every child should have a team that is committed to them.